Annabelle was a cop for Halloween. She's right over there. I have a studio audience tonight, so I'm gonna talk about some records that I got. You know, recently I've done some of these like record store where I'm popping in and out of record stores and such. And tonight, I figured I would share some of those records. It's Halloween time. I got my my shirt. What was that? Easy Street Records. I did pick up that record. And yeah, I had to pick this up, man. They did like a record store day thing for back in April for Easter. And it was like Easter egg, you know. And they were gone. They were freaking gone fast. So I didn't get those. But these released, I think it was that day. I don't know. But Kraft Records. I mean, it was kind of expensive, I'm not going to lie, but it's got a lot of good tunes on it. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like collector stuff. Linus and Lucy is on this record like 37 times. Different, you know, variations of it and stuff. Chilling, this guy. Threw a little Charlie Brown in there. So yeah, super excited to get... to find this record, pick it up, Kraft Recordings. And there's a lot of music on this, right? For this small pumpkin-sized deal here. It's amazing how much music they fit onto these little grooves. And it sounds pretty freaking good. I've never had a Kraft record, I don't think, that wasn't a pretty good sounding record. You know what I'm saying? All right, so having said that, I had my Elysian shirt. I got this years ago when I was a Uber and Lyft driver. Elysian is a Seattle-based beer company.
All right, welcome back. We are just one day away from the annual Great Pumpkin Beer Festival in Seattle.
But a lot of people are going to be focused on these two pumpkins. Tell us about what goes into this. These are giant pumpkins that you guys went to a way off to get these, right?
Well, we hosted the way off. Yeah. We host that right here at our brewery in Georgetown. This guy is just under 1,100 pounds. We just cut the lid out. I'll be spending the next couple hours getting all these guts out of here, and then we'll put about 62 gallons of beer in here.
And now you were telling me that's about 4 kegs worth of beer.
Yeah, 4 whole kegs will fit in here.
And then you'll bring this out, you'll have this at the festival, and you guys will just drill a hole in it and let the beer flow.
Yeah, they're too thick for a faucet now, so we used to pound a little firkin tap in there, and now we just use a big old auger.
Is this the showcase? Is this what a lot of people come from? They want to drink beer out of this thing?
Well, it's not going to. It's definitely not going to be the best beer on tap at the festival. I don't encourage putting your beer in a pumpkin for flavor, but it sure is a great centerpiece. So this will sit up on top of an altar, covered in candles, and you know, be a great photo op for several hours before it meets its demise.
And
yes, they've been bought out by Anheuser-Busch. Boo! But they've kept what I do appreciate about even Anheuser-Busch after buying them is they kept the same ingredients. Even the labels that they put on the bottles are still from a company in Seattle on Capitol Hill. They could do that cheaper, Anheuser-Busch could, but they decided to keep with the, you know, I think the brand did suffer when the big company bought them. That happened, but now they kind of have a wider distribution. But if you've heard of Elysian beer, I'd love to put a comment in there. You know, I don't know. I just thought it's just been a Seattle beer company for a long time. This was frozen when I pulled it out of the freezer, but not so much anymore. San Juan Islands in the glass. This is Elysian's. Speaking of Charlie Brown, Great Pumpkin Ale. It is a Imperial Pumpkin Ale. So I'm going to, it's not too dark. There was a cappuccino, a coffee one. I got like a mixed bag of these, you know? And so there you go. It's a Saturday cheers to you with the Elysian Pumpkin Ale. I'll tell you later. I don't want to get too much into it, but I have a relationship with this company. There you go. That's pumpkin-y. Yeah, it is. Do you like pumpkin beer, by the way? I'd love to hear from you. If you're into it, some people don't do it. It's festive for me. It's kind of heavy. but I like it. So Spin Cycle Records, I was up there on speaking of Capitol Hill, record store in Capitol Hill, one that Kurt Cobain used to frequent back in the day, as I understand. Screamin' Jay Hawkins. This was a great find. I mean, the original shock rocker, right? It was rock and roll back then, man. And he made some scary tunes for people back in the day. This has got here, I gotta show you this. It's a VG copy. It says it's an actual VG copy. And that's Edsel Records, Screamin' Jay Hawkins. This is another one of those where it's kind of the same on both sides, right? And this is a great freaking kind of a, greatest hits of sorts of his stuff. I mean, back in the, 50s, he was putting out this stuff. 60s, early 60s, we got Little Demon, which is a controversial song. Any time you put demon in the song title back in the day in the United States, it was, that was a little scary. There was a bunch of religious groups that pressured Chrysler about the Dodge Demon. So the Dodge Demon, this is in the 70s even. You can't name a car a demon. Like that's, these groups came out and they were like being all weird and freaking out and come on. Really? Ozzy did this ad. I'll put it, should I? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead.
When the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, teamed up with Omaze to help spread the word about your chance to win a custom Dodge Demon, he soon learned that the tagline, "Win a Demon," wouldn't be a hit with everyone.
Hey, Ozzy, you still down for that game of one-on-one today? I was thinking we could... Ozzy, how could you?
It's not what you think.
And what exactly am I supposed to think?
Oh, mate, he's giving away a car, not you.
You know what? You really are something.
But lucky for you, the Dodge Demon is a car. And for you...
And this came in today from Discogs. I ordered this on Discogs. This is one of those that, being influenced. There's a thread going around. Richard's Vinyl Tap House has a brilliant idea of who influenced you to buy what, right? This was one of those. And I heard, was it Don? Was it the Old Goat that was talking about this record? Dana, we watched the Old Goat.
What's that?
Anyway, or it was Mazzy. It might have been Mazzy, the other Old Goat, the West Coast Old Goat. You know what I'm saying? So this is a fantastic freaking record. I mean, this is one of those you see, you're digging through bins. It's like, is that gonna be cool? I don't know. I'm not. This is a bit out of my range. I grew up. Became an adult in the '80s, so loving Spoonful. But this record's fantastic. At least when I listened to it, I pulled it up on the streamer. So I started looking around. So that Screamin' Jay Hawkins record says VG plus, right? It is VG plus. This record, and it was cheap. It's also on the Karma Sutra label, which I thought was cool. There's some of these that are on, one of the major labels, Columbia or something like that. CBS, I think, picked up the label that Screamin' Jay Hawkins was on. That song put a spell on you, by the way. That's been covered by everybody, just about. A killer Halloween song, by the way. But anyway, so yeah, the Karma Sutra label on this album. But it's just hard buying stuff on Discogs. This thing has got... I don't want to complain too much. There's some kind of... I don't know, somebody dropped a drill on it or whatever. But yeah, I was not super happy about this purchase, all right? So why would you say it's VG plus? Discogs it's been a couple of those. Like, I don't mind some surface noise. I don't mind a little surface noise. If it's a VG record, then it's a VG record. But if it's got like craters in it, if it's got potholes, I don't like potholes on the road. I certainly don't want them on my record. So just throw it away, or, you know, sell it like that. Hey, you can put this on your wall and it looks cool. There's a market for that. There is. I'm fine with that. So yeah, I'll get off my old man shaking my fist. Get off my lawn, you. And yeah, for Discogs. But I've got a, hey, wait, I got a real complaint. Don't call it VG Plus. Just don't do it. So I bought some new records. This also I got at Spin Cycle. This was a new record, and it was in the shrink and all that. But it was pretty. It was less. It was like $25. Long play. These are Giant Steps, Coltrane. This is a kind of a series of records that was released a while back, but this one's red. So, and it sounds great. We put this on the turntable. It sounds fantastic. There it is, John Coltrane. Red. Giant Steps. It is a cool jazz awesomeness. Charlie Brown Christmas, by the way, I believe is the best-selling jazz record of all time. It's a fun fact for you. All right, this last record, Sonny's Crib. This was recently released, and it is Blue Note audiophile recordings. This sounds amazing, and it also wasn't like break the bank expensive. This was under $30. It was like, and it's a great freaking record. This is like a super group of jazz dudes, right? You got Coltrane, Curtis Fuller, Paul Chambers, Art Taylor. I mean, come on. And we've played this record since I bought it. I bought this record like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we've been wearing this thing out, especially in the mornings. Like, this is an amazing freaking record. This will get your blood pumping in the morning and bring you back down and then bring you back up. All right, that's all I got. Enjoying my pumpkin beer. I may be like allergic. I don't know what they put in this, but I might have an allergy to it. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, and here's Annabelle. She wants to get in the shot. She's been watching, enjoying it, doing it. It's kind of nighttime, Anna. It's like you're like a cop. You need some coffee. Get out there and patrol the streets.
Yeah.
You know. All right. Later, people.
Got some of your beers here. You got an Elysian pumpkin pack here, and I think we're gonna crack open the Night Owl. Is this your favorite?
It is, yeah.
This
Can't
is
drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
That's right. So why don't we just why don't we pour a little here? But let me just ask you about pumpkin beer in general. Is it gaining in popularity still? How do folks feel about pumpkin beer?
Man, it's gained in popularity every year. I don't know if we can gain much